Oh my God. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, ex-WBC champion of the world. About the press conference for Wilder Fury Part 3. I got some thoughts. I got some predictions. Stay tuned to this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more. Listen, I am the greatest to ever do it when it comes to this boxing talk in the digital space. Subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. What's in it for you? I drop daily boxing content. We do live streams. We have a good time over here. I give you the news, opinions, views, points of views, all that good stuff. Let you know what type of weight and shape the fighters are in, and just get you ready for the fights. So one fight I'm looking forward to, Fury versus Wilder. Again, subscribe to the channel. Tyson Fury posted this. It says press conference tomorrow. Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, Wilder come face to face for the first time in 16 months since Tyson Fury's stoppage win. Tune in, blah, blah, blah. And this, I thought it was interesting, so I want to make this video for you. It says the two have a storied history of absolute fireworks and unpredictability when they come face to face, especially in the press conferences. Set your alarms and lock in. Posted by Team Fury. Top ranks in the comments says see you there. Right? So he's talking about fireworks, and Tyson Fury said press conference, blah, blah, blah. Expect the unexpected. The bad blood is real. There will be fireworks. Yeah. Right? So you guys see it. So let me go on record before the actual press conference. Oh my God. When it comes to Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, there were a lot of people who, you know, they tried to oppress, depress, suppress him. They tried to move on without him and make for a fight between Joshua and Fury in Saudi Arabia. Two of the biggest British heavyweights, and they wanted to do the fight outside of Great Britain, UK. Really makes no sense, but old media, this is what they embrace. This is the energy that they like. This is what they wanted. Again, the biggest fight in British boxing history that they lied to you about, and they weren't even going to put it in Great Britain, in the UK. Now, standing in the way of that is one man, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Technically two men if the Usyk fight is done, but I can't consider that just because it hasn't been formally announced. So Wilder, I want to talk about this. He has every reason to be after revenge, retaliation, trying to get retribution. And I want to give some thoughts and predictions to the Tyson Fury press conference. It's tomorrow, you know, and they're building it up saying, hey, you haven't seen these two. In my opinion, I think we may see almost a different version, a more serious and muted Wilder. Because if you look at the first press conferences, you have to understand both fights took place before Tyson Fury Glovegate. I've made several videos about this. In fact, I started the Glovegate too, you know, and I think people are going to be rather surprised with this press conference, because I wouldn't get your hopes up that Wilder is going to be animated, because like you see him right there smirking and all hee and giddy, and Tyson Fury. And I remember, you know, one of the early press conferences, they were playing Ludacris, or they had Ludacris lyrics at least. And the Fury was like, when I move, you move, just like that. And it was kind of jovial and, you know, coy and like just kind of playful. My prediction is we aren't going to see a playful Wilder. The man, this was, to me, based on what I do believe in the Glovegate, this was a public lynching. So when you're seeing all this wrestling and the entertainment stuff right there, going back and forth, and Fury's promising fireworks, I don't know that we're going to get that with this press conference. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, I think the stakes are greater. Like you see Fury's hand around Wilder and stuff like that. Wilder, this is all before Wilder even had reason to virtually, have this type of animosity. Wilder's been on record saying he wants to maim and decapitate and disfigure so his mom doesn't recognize him. So I think that the time for like gamesmanship is over. And I think that's what people aren't really anticipating. So my prediction, I think Wilder has different intents and intentions, and the stakes are very great. Tyson Fury, here's another angle. Tyson Fury, he uses this gypsy skullduggery, gypsy mumbo gumbo that Wilder called. And just like Billy Joe Saunders, he tries to do all these like theatrics and things like that. I think he's in a real fight. This time it's a real fight. So one thing I do agree with what he said right here is unpredictability. And I think people are trying to anticipate and predict Wilder, and he's the most unpredictable in kind of modern boxing history. You don't know what Wilder is going to show up. And the great thing about Wilder, when he trash talks or when he says his little sermons and stuff, he can actually do what he's saying. You know, when he's talking about like disfigurement and, you know what I mean, like knocking somebody out and doing it in crazy fashion, Wilder can do this. Tyson Fury, again, the gypsy mumbo gumbo. I feel Tyson Fury has to have these histrionics and a bunch of theatrics to try to get under Wilder's skin, but I really don't think it'll work at this point. I think Wilder is an ultimate chess player, and people don't give him a credit for his intelligence and his smarts, things like that. But I think ultimately Wilder, you know, we might see more subtleties in Wilder, because I don't think he has anything ultimately that he really needs to get off his chest other than this. You know what I mean? And if you look at Malik Scott's posts and things like that, it just sounds like Wilder is game planning. And I hope my prediction is accurate, because at the end of the day, Tyson Fury, this is what he needs. He doesn't possess the type of power like Wilder has. We all know that. So he has to try to captivate you and get a couple laughs. And I think Fury is an insecure person more than he leads on. So I think at the end of the day, he has to do all these extra things to try to jockey and game plan and get an advantage. So just like Billy Joe Saunders, who has a career eerily similar to Tyson Fury, they're both friends, they're both gypsies, they're both from the UK. I think Wilder shouldn't play into any of Fury's gimmicks. Is that a cold sore? Ew. The man got a... Bro, what? Let me back. Hold on. So, I don't think Wilder should let Fury get under his skin. Like, you know, Fury's gonna... That's it. To me, that's his angle. That's gonna be Fury's whole angle. Like, yeah, you're a bum. You wouldn't top... Can't even be my sparring partner. I'll dent your skull. He thinks me cheated and I have to dent his skull. Like, it's going to be a bunch of that. But the ultimate talking comes when they fight July 24th. I can't wait. Fury, you know, this is his persona. This is what he goes. But I think people ultimately, if you're going expecting, I think you can expect a great fight. But in my honest opinion, I don't know how great the press conference will be, because I don't think Wilder is playing games. That's basically what I'm telling you. I don't think Wilder is out here trying to entertain and play games and charades. I don't think he likes this man. So Fury, he's going to try to bait Wilder, get a rise out of Wilder, get under Wilder's skin, things of that sort. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if Fury gets what he wants. But I think that's his gimmick. But you got to play it similar to how Canelo did. Canelo let Billy Joe Saunders talk all the stuff in the world. Billy Joe Saunders, and like I said, I want to see Wilder more in that fashion, because Billy Joe Saunders did this, and then the end of the fight, he got his eye broken. His eye was broken, and he lost every round pretty much, to me, the way I was looking at the fight. And then he's talking about retirement now. So I think we could see the same. Wilder just has to play it cool, let Fury get off steam and try to do that. And I think it's like Fury's like Pennywise the clown. I think this is a great analogy. Listen up. Fury is like Pennywise the Clown. Down here, they all float. Hello, Georgie. I'm just a clown. I like popcorn. Do you like popcorn, Georgie? Come down here where they all float. You'll float too. You all float, yo. You all float down here. Bro, and if you watch the Stephen King It series, part of Pennywise did what enabled him to reign terror. Oh, that's a dope picture. What enabled him to reign terror on those kids in that small town of Derry or wherever they were is he would feast on your fears. And if you allowed his talk or like these little mirages he would create or scenarios or whatever, like you're afraid of spiders, then he'll make you see a bunch of spiders or whatever the situation is, right? And in the movie, once they stood up to him and they stood up to the clown Pennywise, he would no longer have the same power. And I know it sounds crazy, but I really feel like that's analogous to Tyson Fury. He's like Pennywise. He's going to try to bait you. He's trying to taunt you. He's going to try to do this art of war, skullduggery. And it's up to Wilder to just brush it off, because don't let somebody get you. A man who's in control of his emotions is a dangerous fella. It's that simple. If you can control your emotions, you can do anything in this planet, especially as a man. You know what I mean? And that's me. You know, that's what I've learned in my life. All this angst and anger from this fight and Fury cheating, you just got to hold that in. You're getting paid to do a legal MDK 187 like your team said. Stick to the game plan. So that's my ultimate prediction. I predict Fury is going to be Fury and try to get a rise and try to get Wilder to raise his voice, try to gain some kind of position. But I don't think Wilder's playing any games, you know? I don't think he's playing any games. They might even have to keep them a little far apart just so Fury doesn't try to cross the line, forcing the issue to try to get a reaction out of Wilder by touching him or something like that. So they'll probably have some security, you know, maybe some Hannibal Lecter glass or something to separate the two. But I don't look to see Wilder participate in all the gamesmanship like he did in the first two fights. The first two fights, that was before he knew you cheated. This is different. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll see if Fury tries to bait him. We'll see what type of press conference it is. That's my theory. Wilder Fury 3 is an amazing fight. The undercard is lit. Press conference is tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow with that. Make sure you guys click the link in the description to sign up for TubeBuddy. Listen, I've been using TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube for years, but I've been using TubeBuddy for years as well. And TubeBuddy can ultimately help you. TubeBuddy can help you make more money by optimizing your content for YouTube so the fans can see it. Increase your chances of making money by increasing your discoverability and searchability on this platform. Use my link in the description to get TubeBuddy. I also have a link for ESPN Plus. If you guys want to sign up, there's some upcoming fights like Conor McGregor, NOA, and different things. Use ESPN Plus link. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. What are you expecting from this press conference? Let me know. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.